Hey guys, Masterkizz back with some Borderlands 2 for you today, of course, and this is going to be the second episode of my Unconfirmables series. In what we try and do is we track down the newly listed enemies on a hotfix that was released a little while ago, and they apparently now have a fixed drop rate, and fixed as I mean it's been repaired or patched, and it means that they now actually have a chance to drop their assigned unique or legendary items across all game modes. And today we are going to be farming for the Unkempt Herald, and Savage Lee is the enemy apparently that will drop this weapon. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get it. For this video it's just going to be 10 runs. I should say there are a couple of different locations you can actually spawn, and there's a fairly decent chance we might see it in 10 runs, and if it does I'll talk a little bit about it. But yeah, we're going to do 10 kills and we're going to see whether we can get it to drop. I have to say thank you for the good reception of the last video. A lot of people seem to like that, and I think it was in no small part due to the fact that I actually got the Infinity to drop. So when I watched it back I was like, what would have happened if the Infinity didn't drop? Like, what, I would have to do another one? And then I started thinking, man, imagine if I had to do 50, 100 runs. That's a lot of videos. So I think eventually what would happen is I'd just go, okay, I'm just going to do the runs off camera and I'll just tell you how many runs it took. So anyway, hopefully we have a bit of luck with this one as well. So let me get my pen and pad, start marking the runs down. Yeah, the video spawned a lot of questions, and the previous video as well, where I did the treasure talk. A lot of people sent private messages for topics and things on that as well. So I've been trying to decide for the treasure talk series. It's definitely going to be a weekly thing, provided I have the time on the weekend. But what I was trying to decide was whether it's something I should do offline and just record it as a solo video, or whether I should actually do it as a live stream. Morning Afterkill used to do a series where he would have like a question answer sort of thing, and it's not really something that I want to get into in the same depth that he did. But I think to do a live discussion where I could have people come in, I could maybe even have guests pop in to actually talk about different aspects of maybe this game or other games, or just experiences in general. I think that'd be a fairly cool little thing to do. So again, I'm still trying to toss up whether... Man, that guy was moving, man. Ruthless. Yeah, I'm still trying to toss up whether to actually do it live or whether to do it offline. But with the live things, I always like to do those because I like the idea of having people to interact with, to have people to talk to or ask questions in the chat. It means that, like, when I'm recording a video now, if my brain just goes, okay, that's it, I've got nothing else, like, it'll just stop. And I mean, I will just have to stop talking because I have nothing else to talk about. But in a live stream situation, you could sort of, if you had one of those brain fades where you're like, okay, there's going to be 20, 30 seconds of dead air, someone could ask a question and you could be like, yep, right, there's a question, I'll just start talking about that. So it's good to have different aspects and different views that you can actually look at and access while you're doing something like that. So I'm leaning more towards doing it as a live series, and it'd mean that they could probably be longer as well. So I could probably do like a 1 hour live stream session on the weekend, try and do it at a time where people from around the world could actually get in on it, which it means it's fairly difficult for me, because I think it means that I looked it up before, and the best time for me to actually do a live stream that would involve everybody is it's between sort of 5 AM and 6 AM my time, which means that the European guys can actually get in, and it also means the American guys can get in as well. So it just means I have to get up very early on a weekend, which is never a fun thing, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, the little series that I'm trying to put together now, they're more things that will keep Borderlands sort of alive for me and keep it alive on the channel, because so many people send messages and request more Borderlands stuff. Can you please do more videos, more videos? And for a while there, I was like, I just had nothing. Eventually, you get to the point where you're like, you either have to look at doing different things, or you just need a break and sort of step back and then reevaluate what you were doing. And these were little series that sort of popped into my head a while ago, mainly when I had no PC. When I had no PC, I'd be watching videos from other YouTubers or just watching YouTube in general and thinking, man, that's a really cool idea. I reckon I can maybe adapt that. Or I'd see something on TV. I'd watch a TV show or a movie and I'd be thinking, oh, like that'd be a cool effect. Or, you know, you get inspiration from everywhere for YouTube. So that's something that in one way, it was a blessing in disguise to have no PC for so long, because it gave me a little bit of different perspective as to a couple of new video series I could do. But it also meant no PC for pretty much a month, which is never a fun thing. So a lot of people also were asking about whether I could do maybe a PC building guide and things like that. But honestly, for PC building guides, there's so many different ones that are already out there on the net, and it's something that so many people build PCs differently. I mean, I could do one and go, this is how I do it, this is how I like to do it, etc., etc. And someone will come on and they'll just say, no, you shouldn't do that, no, you shouldn't do that. But again, it just comes down to difference of opinion on how things can or should be done. And I don't think it's something that I'd really get into. It's more something that when I did the sort of show-off video of the water cooling system in my PC, that's more something I would do. If I was to do like upgrades to my system, then I could then make a video and go, well, this is what I've done, this is how I did it. And if people were interested in that, then yeah, that's something I could do. But I don't think I would really get into doing like a full PC building sort of tutorial. It'd be really long, complex, and I think a lot of people would just be bored with it. But with my PC, after I did the water cooling loop on it, there's one of the biggest problems with when you do water cooling, because the main reason you water cool a system is, of course, to keep it cool, but one of the biggest reasons you do it is to keep it quiet. Water cooling is very, very silent if done correctly, because basically, instead of having fans running at full speed trying to push air through your case so that your air gets to the fins on your great big air cooler on your CPU or whatever on your graphics card, it means that you have your radiator and you have fans on that run fairly slowly, therefore they're very quiet, and the water gets flowed over the CPU or whatever you have cooled. And the pump is generally much, much quieter than any fan on the market. So the problem I run into now is my graphics card is now the loudest thing in my system. So I'm kind of like, well, maybe I should just buy a water block for that. And then I'm thinking, well, what happens if I do that and then I put that in and then I find something else that's too loud? I'm like, oh, this thing here vibrates a little bit. I might actually have to pull this apart. I mean, it's a sick thing. You start looking for things that you could improve, and it's more of a hobbyist thing. In a lot of cases, you do things that aren't entirely necessary, and in a lot of cases, you'll do things that are completely like visual. You'll do something and you think, well, it'd work better if I did it this way, but it'll look better if I did it this way. So. But yeah, I've been really happy with the system so far. The loop is pretty much, well, completely air free. Now the reservoir has no micro bubbles in it at all. It's crystal clear, and it's very, very quiet. But like I said, the graphics card now is just something that is sort of, the fan is humming away there, and I hear it now even with my Astros on. I'm like, I hear that fan. I think I have to do something. So I was looking at EK water blocks make a fairly nice water block for my graphics card. I've got a GTX 670 in there, and the trouble is, when you start looking at things like that, you think whether you should put it into cooling or whether you should put that money towards upgrades to actually upgrade to like a more modern what should I say, a more modern graphics card or a more modern CPU, because my CPU is still Sandy Bridge, but it's something that I really want to do. I'm thinking, look, if I do it, I've got a really nice plan to do like a dual loop as well. Oh, what? Yes! Oh, what was that? Was that 7? 7 runs? Oh, man! I'm telling you, it's the luck. I'm not even Irish. I'm sort of Irish, but I'm not that Irish. All right. Are you ready? Okay. Is it gonna work?
Legendary.
Bam! We got it.
Too many syllables. Apologize.
Oh man! All right. So that's it there. That was Savage Lee killed, and he dropped the Unkempt Harold. So that was the second episode of Unconfirmables. 7 runs, and we actually got the Unkempt Harold. So we'll run Legendary again.
Legendary.
Yeah. I don't know what caused the last stuff up. I think it was something to do with another program I had running, or it could have been, I'm not sure, because how I've got it set up is I've got it set up where I do like 2 key combinations on the keyboard to switch scenes in XSplit, and sometimes because I'm playing the game in full screen it can sort of mess up, but I thought I had it all sorted, but obviously now
Legendary.
all sorted. Anyway, guys, that's a level 61 as well. Level 61, intense, Unkempt Harold. Go back to the main one with the spinning gold. Pick that lad up. And yeah, so that was episode 2 of Unconfirmables. I don't think my luck is going to continue, to be honest. I think, I'm trying to think who's next on the list. Next on the list is either going to be Mad Dog or it's going to be McNally. So I'll actually leave it up to you guys that watch the video. Let me know in the comments who you want to see next, whether it is McNally or whether it is Mad Dog. I believe Mad Dog can drop the Mad House and McNally is supposed to drop the Hammer Buster. So let me know in the comments which one you want to see next, and that's what I'll record next. I want to say thanks for watching this. Thanks for supporting the channel, and some new things coming out hopefully soon. I'm not sure, but I never did a 50,000 thank you video, but there is something coming soon. Hopefully it's something that you'll all enjoy, but that's sort of top secret at the moment. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until the next episode, we'll see you later.